Hey everyone, and welcome to the Defining Your Life podcast, where we focus on living in our purpose, practicing presence, and activating our power in each moment. I'm Marsharelle, your resident pep talk provider, and I invite you to join me as we continue to learn, lift each other up, and strive to level up together, because we are never finished defining our lives, and it takes a village, so let's build one. Stay tuned for the episode. Hey everyone, I hope that all is well and that you were able to spend some time this week considering the benefits of operating more like a project manager in your personal life. And hopefully you not only considered the benefits, but you took a couple of steps forward to implement some project manager-like practices so that you can start to see the benefits in your life. I have found that one major benefit for me is reduced daily stress, which of course comes by way of being more organized and structured and planning ahead, but we can chat more about that at a later date. I'm far from being super organized or anything, but I do pride myself on having done some menu planning this week, which eliminated the stress of figuring out how I'm going to feed my family. Anyway, like I mentioned last week, the new year is always my cue to reset, and it's a great time to kickstart new behaviors. The easy breeziness of summer gets tucked away, and out pop new planners and reminders of school picture day. Like, seriously, can my kids get into the school building before y'all start reminding me about picture day? But speaking of the new school year, today, for our rapid fire feature guest, I am joined by one of my favorite students of all, who also happens to be my daughter, Kennedy. As she prepares to enter her sophomore year of high school next week, I thought it would be cool to chat with her for a few minutes about life from her perspective. I'm sure all of us could stand to hear the perspective of a younger person so we can not only strengthen communication with other young people, but also it's always nice to view things in general from another lens. And reflecting through the lens of another generation can be beneficial. So with that, allow me to welcome Kennedy.
Hi.
Okay, Ken. Well, this is rapid fire feature. Okay, so we're going to hop right into it. What do you believe is one of the greatest challenges facing teens today?
I think one of the biggest challenges facing teens today might be uh too much of the easy access to smoking and vaping and alcohol and drugs and stuff because it distracts them from what's really important.
Interesting. And so you see a lot of that in your day to day?
Yeah.
And is it that you're seeing the distractions, or this is just the conclusion you've drawn?
Well, I can kind of see the distractions. People skip class and stuff and
Mm-hmm.
sneak out.
So access, overall, general access to things that aren't positive.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what do you feel is one of the greatest influences of your generation, and why?
Social media, because I mean, if you go on social media, there's so many different things. A lot of people just follow on what they see, and they're influenced by clothes and things that the way people talk and things that people do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What is one way that you think that parents and authority figures may misunderstand people your age?
I mean, well, they grew up in a different time, and things have changed a lot. Like when they were alive, or when they were younger, there was no phones and there wasn't a lot of TV. There was not really phones, and there wasn't Instagram and stuff. So, like, I guess things are different. The way people act is different, and the things that people do are different. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that it could be misunderstanding.
Well, for the record, Ken, we did have phones and television. Okay, you're making it sound like we were in the Stone Ages.
No, I more mean social media. There
Yes.
wasn't really any of that
Yeah, yeah.
and stuff like that.
And so, what are some ways that you think parents and authority figures should be supporting people your age?
Maybe trying to be more listening, try to listen more and try to see their perspective, maybe come up with compromises for things that they might not completely agree on, and maybe come to a middle ground so that you guys can both get some sort of benefit or some sort of agreement out of the thing,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and maybe try to listen on their opinions.
Okay. Well, how important is having open communication with the adults in your life? How important is that?
I mean, it depends on the person.
Okay. Well, what about just like having open communication in general? Do you think that it's important to talk and have dialogue?
Sometimes.
Okay. What does defining your life mean to you?
Um, I think it means like maybe finding out who you really are and like using your real personality and finding friends that you know you'll want to spend time with and finding people that will lift you up rather than like lead you into doing things that you shouldn't
Hmm.
and figuring out what you want to be in life and taking school seriously, trying to do activities to see what type of things you might like and staying organized.
Yes, staying organized. I'm still learning that at the age of 41, but that is not an area that you struggle in. So that's good. What are some of the things you are looking forward to in your future?
I guess I'm looking forward to, well, not specifically going to college, but doing what I want to do, like what I want my profession to be, and getting to explore new things.
Okay. And do you want to share what you would like your profession to be?
I would like to be an astronomer.
And what makes you interested in that?
I like discovering things that people haven't seen before, and I think space is pretty. And I know that there's so much, since there's so much space, only a teeny tiny portion has been seen. We don't even know how much space there actually is. I think it would be cool to just find something,
To discover new things?
pretty much.
Yeah.
I know you can do that with the ocean, but I find space more fascinating.
Hmm.
Ocean's kind of dark.
Darker than space?
Yes, I mean, I don't want to go down there. I don't even really want to see down there. I'm not interested.
I want to say thank you, Ken. It has certainly been a pleasure. This was a refreshing way to share dialogue with you. And I want to thank you for being open and sharing and agreeing to join me on the podcast. I know you just wanted to pop in and say hello, but since you're here, I figure why not ask a few questions? And I'm thankful for you agreeing to do that. So, all right. Well, let me leave you all with a few words from J.K. Rowling today. Youth cannot know how age thinks and feels, but old men are guilty if they forget what it was to be young. Thanks so much for listening today. If what you have been hearing has been beneficial, remember to share, rate, review, and subscribe to the pod. I can't wait to talk with you all again next week. Take care until then.